Welcome to today's Becoming Peace meditation and inspiration. The name of today's session is Ode to Expectation, where we're discovering a new skill in softening unmet wants and needs. So make sure you have a notebook and a pen close by, just in case you choose to record any inspirations during this special time you've set aside for yourself. And if you find this content helpful, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share the Becoming Peace Institute YouTube channel. You know, lately I've been contemplating what is at the root of suffering. In a nutshell, what causes suffering? Why do we get so wound up when life takes twists and turns we're not okay with? When we have chaos fill our days and have those gut-wrenching thoughts overshadow our nights? Well, here's my theory. What makes us suffer is when our expectations exceed the reality we are experiencing. When we expect something to play out a certain way, and it just doesn't. When we have a belief that someone should treat us a certain way, or pledging our loyalty to someone, but feeling betrayed when they don't give us the same loyalty in return. What about when a loved one walks away from you? Or something more simple like when a spouse says he'll take out the garbage and you put up with overflowing trash cans in your yard for a week because he forgot. Sometimes these unmet expectations show up as irritations, like shaking fists out the window when someone pulls out in front of you in the car. Whatever the level of expectations, these are just plain ouchies of life. To say it in a nutshell, suffering comes when we expect things to be permanent when they're not. So let me say that again. Suffering comes when we expect things to be permanent when they're not. Well, today's practice is going to help us with this and teach us to lay aside our expectations and lay them at the feet of God. It doesn't mean you abandon your feelings and cease to be a human. I'm not suggesting this. But in our quest for peace and becoming peace, what I am inviting you to consider is learning how to basically take responsibility for your own heart, mind, and body. We cannot make another human being do anything. And we certainly cannot force the universe to line perfectly up with our daily goals. In this life, nothing ever stays the same. Life is fluid and ever-changing. Instead of an unmet expectation being the focus of your thoughts, let's learn the skill to create a sanctuary inside your mind and heart. The yogi Krishna Macharya said, "Breathing in, God comes to me. Holding my breath, God stays with me. Breathing out, I go to God. Pausing my breath, I surrender to God." Again, breathing in, God comes to me. Holding my breath, God stays with me. Breathing out, I go to God. Pausing my breath, I surrender to God. This will be our mantra for today. So, sit quietly with your back supported, your feet resting comfortably, and your head free. Begin to notice your breath. Let's begin to lessen the hold of our intense expectations by taking a deep breath in Filling your lungs, hold your breath at the top. Now release the breath and pause the breath. Again, take a deep breath in, filling the lungs. Hold the breath to allow the oxygen exchange to happen in the lungs. Now breathe out. And pause the breath here. I will repeat the mantra several times for you to adopt these words while breathing in, holding, release, and pausing the breath. Ready? Here we go. Breathing in, God comes to me. Holding my breath, God stays with me. Breathing out, I go to God. Pausing my breath, I surrender to God. Breathing in, God comes to me. Holding my breath, God stays with me. Breathing out, I go to God. Pausing my breath, I surrender to God. To assist you, I'll keep these words on the screen while we continue our meditation. Breathing in, God comes to me. Holding my breath, God stays with me. Breathing out, I go to God. Pausing my breath, I surrender to God. Continue breathing using the mantra silently to yourself. What is one expectation you have which is troubling you? As we continue breathing in and out, imagine God is holding your expectation in His hands. He is helping you remove the hurt and pain as you allow Him to move through you with your breath. Keep breathing while saying the mantra to yourself. Continue this practice for the next few moments until you hear a soft bell. I will mind the time. Okay, let's come back. Continue deep breathing. And when you're ready, slowly come back. Open your eyes and enjoy the relaxation and peace you are becoming and experiencing today. Be prepared for one reality to be sacrificed for a higher reality as you move into peace. In John chapter 16, verse 32, we read, "And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me." Use this meditation when you seek peace in the place of any unmet expectation to calm and soften your heart. A huge pat on the back for showing up for you today. Bye for now.